Hello, hello, hello. I actually, it's Sunday and I didn't go to church. Yeah, wrong. I'm just going through some stuff right now anyway. I got to go to work and that's my justification. Remember that I think I've said before, there's a fine line between, I'm brain farting already. Between love and obsession and curiosity and concern. Those kind of things. There's a couple other things in there, but you gotta, I don't know. I'm just going through some crap right now. So anyway, here's the deal, is that I made 2 videos. I was pretty happy with the videos too, right? And the thing is that one of them was about the gym rant, which I'm going to do on this one now. But the other one was about was one of the histories of my the part of the stories of the history of my life. But the thing is both of them were cool, and I really was happy about what I did and what I said and all that stuff. But the truth is sometimes I use the same app to do sign language, and when I sign, I don't want sound, so I shut it off. But I forgot to turn it on. So I made 2 videos and both of them no sound. I was like, blah, 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 blah. No sound. So, what I do? I don't know. I'm an idiot, right? So anyway, it was Friday morning. I ended up going to the gym. Now, one of the things I was talking about was that, I have spent my entire life going to gym of some kind. And I've been all around the world in different gyms in different countries, mostly military guys, right? So military guys need to have physical fitness. And then, unfortunately, you see some overweight police officers because they don't have a sustainment program for the physical fitness, which is sad. But if they join the SWAT team, a team like the SWAT team, they do have a standard. They run a physical fitness. On my SWAT team, we ran 4 PFTs a year. I believe it was 4 PFTs a year, and we qualified 4 times a year. And it was 4 times, but we as a sniper, I had to shoot mainly at least 2 times in a training scenario. So there was a little bit more, but my SWAT team wasn't a full-time SWAT team. It was a part-time. It was in addition to a regular duty. So, but we still had to maintain the sustainment training. Well, in the Marine Corps or most armed forces, they have a sustainment program. So you see far less big donut-eating Marines because they take a physical fitness test and what they call I want to say it's a PRT test. They started that after I got out. You had to take 2 physical fitness tests a year. And you couldn't do anything in the Marine Corps unless you were a first-class PFT. They would say second class, but they divided up the scores. And the physical fitness test consisted of a 3-mile run, a timed 3-mile run, a max set of pull-ups, and a max set of crunches. And there were some very specific parameters on how these exercises are done. But nevertheless, the bottom line is you have a sustainment program. So here I am, as my whole life going from high school athletics and then working physical jobs, chicken ranches and dairy farms and stuff like that. And then going into college where I was trying to make the wrestling team where I was working out and getting strong. And then going from the college into the Marine Corps, and through boot camp was pretty easy, and then into School of Infantry and so on. And 21 years later, ended up being as a police officer and then worked that. And so my point is my whole life has been centered around physical fitness, and a large portion of that physical fitness was the gym, right? You go to the gym, you lift weights, you do cardiovascular. My goal was never to be like, oh, I'm Mr. America. I was never wanted to do that because it wasn't functional for what I did for a living. I needed to be strong, but I also needed to be, my cardiovascular had to be of high. I needed to be able to run, shoot, and communicate. And I needed to do that without trying to swallow my tongue. So, I mean, that gives you an idea. So, well, with that said, when I would go into the gym, and here I go into the gym, and I was having a particular hard day getting into the gym on Friday, and I was sitting there in my car, and I was just kind of going through my phone and negotiating with myself. You know, well, maybe I'll go to the gym and do this. Maybe I'll go to the gym and do this and this, but not that, you know? So I'm negotiating with myself on exactly how effective this particular gym visit will be. So this truck was parked next to me, and these people come out of the gym and they sit in the trunk. And they sit in the truck. And they just start smoking weed. And I mean, they got some, in my eyes, high quality weed. I've never done weed. I don't smoke, don't drink, don't do any of that stuff. And one thing that's always pissed me off is that in the church, we were raised around, if anybody knows LDS or Mormon or whatever you want to call them, they have this thing called a word of wisdom, which is essentially a health code. Now, you take all the religious stuff away from it, and just look at the health code, the word of wisdom as it stands. It's a very good way to live your life. It's a very good way to regulate your food and everything like that. Of course, there's a religious aspect to it because they consider our bodies our temple, and so we need to take care of our bodies, right? So I was raised in this atmosphere where, you know, you do the word of wisdom, you're going to be strong and virile, and yeah, it's going to be good. Well, throughout my life, in high school, I didn't see it too much, although there was a wrestler that gave me the biggest competition. It was always him and me. He smoked in the off season. He was a teenager, but he smoked in the off season. And I didn't think too much about that. So then I go to college. I didn't see it, you know. And then I got in the Marine Corps, and I'll be honest with you, it pissed me off. There was, not in boot camp, because they cut out all vices in boot camp. You can't drink, smoke, chew, none of that stuff. And then when you get out to the fleet, you're running these physical fitness tests, and you're doing all this physically demanding stuff. These idiots are smoking like a chimney. I mean, they're freaking smoking cigarettes, chewing tobacco while they're running. And I'm doing my damnedest trying to keep up with them. And I'm like, trying to run. And they're like chewing tobacco while they're running. And I'm thinking, where's the benefit of what I've lived my life? I don't get it. Most of these guys, they'll smoke a cigarette, run the PFT faster than I can, and then get back, and when they cross the finish line, all of us are, you know, trying to catch our breath. They're over there smoking a cigarette. And there's not just one or two. There's a bunch of them. And so these guys would come in after a bender, after a whole week bender of just drinking, slamming drinks, smoking. They wake up and they're like, oh gosh, I got to run a PFT. And they go out there and do this PFT. And on the run, I'm just trying to catch up with them, and they're way far ahead, and I can smell the alcohol from their sweat. And they're just like, "Rrr," and then they come across the finish line way before me, and I come across, and they're like, oh man, whew, I didn't think I was going to make it. And I'm like, you know, where's the love? You know, I've done my whole life and kept my body strong and eating, for the most part, good food in moderation, not smoking, not drinking, not partying all night long when I had something going on the next day. I can't even keep up with these fools. And now here I am in the range wrong, in the parking lot of the gym, and these guys are smoking weed, and they look better than me. And although I can sit in this video and it looks like I'm like, yeah, I got it. Yeah. But the truth is I stand up, I have a dad's bod. I mean, I have a serious dad's bod. My gut looks like I'm pregnant with a freaking 10-pound meatloaf. I have a stomach. All my brothers have a stomach, but I don't like the stomach. And there's two kinds of fats in a man, just on the side note. Is there's subcutaneous fat, which is inside the skin, that can be eliminated through dieting or even dehydration. It can suck that skin closer to your body, or you can even liposuction it out. But then there's the internal fat, and I can't remember the name of it, and it's around the internal organs. And as you age, you accumulate more and more, and specifically men, and it crushes all of your organs together. And it causes issues. It's the most dangerous fat that a man can have, yet it's really hard to get rid of, and a lot of it has to do with your genetics. So you can't just go in there and liposuction it out, and it is very, very difficult to starve yourself. That's why you have these older guys that are big and fat, and they die of starvation because of this internal fat. And it is just very, very frustrating. But as I get older, you know, I get this round, and I have this round spare tire, and I have to work and work and work and work. Yet I walk into the gym and I see all these people. They're smoking before they go in the gym. They're smoking when they come out of the gym. They're smoking joints and cigarettes and cigars. They're drinking these energy drinks that's going out of style. They're all of them are freaking just downing alcohol right and left. They all drink this black coffee constantly through the day. The really in shape guys drink black coffee. The regular guys that are kind of behind them, they drink those macchiatos and all that other coffee and caffeine. And here I am, and I occasionally will vitamin B energy drinks, which has a little bit of caffeine in it. It says 0 sugar, 0 calories. It's an energy drink. And it has a little bit of caffeine in it, and that's what I do. Yet I go into the gym, and I'm in there for 1 hour, and I come back out, and by the time I get home, I'm like, holy crap, man, I need to take a nap. So what the hell? I don't get it. Yes, it's time. So I don't get it. So why does that happen? Why? How in the hell do I live such a healthy life? Well, I'm not going to say that I'm 100% healthy. I'm not going to lie to that, because my comfort food is fried chicken and mashed potatoes. Not that bullshit mashed potato crap they give you at these restaurants, that instant crap. That's not for me. Real russet potatoes, mashed potatoes with butter and salt and milk. And when I drink milk, vitamin D milk. I mean, and I don't sit there with a big jug right here while I'm watching TV, sitting on my fat ass, just downing milk, eating mashed potatoes. That's not what it does. Remember, I said that's my comfort food. Your comfort food is not something you eat every day. It's when, oh man, I feel like shit. Maybe I'll fry up some chicken and mashed potatoes. Make you feel good for a little bit, right? And I love fried fish. But I like fried catfish. I like fried salmon. And all the fish that I like are good, but they always have this, like, oh, it's good, but it has more of this kind of cholesterol than this kind of cholesterol. And it doesn't matter what I do. I can go into the gym and I can lift weights until total failure. And I could do that for 30 days straight. And after 30 days, I may lose 1 pound. 1 pound, and maybe a 1/4 inch on my waist. Maybe. And I'm like, what do I do? Now, if you go online and you say, oh, well, you know what? You need to do sit-up. I can sit down and do my share of sit-up. I can do sit-ups all day long. I can do crunches, sit-ups, do all this stuff. Well, if you take all the fat away, maybe I have a turtle shell underneath there. The problem is the strength that you say, oh, well, if you do sit-ups, yeah, you're increasing your abdominal strength. I can increase your abdominal. See, these bodybuilders that on their off season, they got a belly, their stomachs are strong as hell. But you say, oh, he's got a dad's belly. Doesn't mean it's not any stronger than it is when he's competing. They're freaking strong. But I guarantee that those people probably smoke a little J and do a little bit of other stupid stuff, drink a lot of alcohol, drink their wine, their beer, their coffee, eat protein, pure protein powder, dump it in their mouth, and eating 3 T-bone steaks in one sitting. Their cholesterol's fine. Their blood pressure's fine. They can get out here and run the 3 miles and no problem. Me, I eat a T-bone steak maybe once every other month. I'll eat a hamburger, lean hamburger, maybe a couple times a month. And if I go out on my pellet smoker and I smoke a roast, I will be eating that roast for 2 weeks. Where these guys will go in there and eat the entire thing. Where's the love? I don't get it, And then they'll tell you there in my face, well, you need to do sit-ups and you need to eat only plants and and it's got nothing to do with genetics. That's what they'll say. I refuse to believe that. I don't think that's right. What am I going to do? I bust my ass and still I have a dad's bod. So now I can increase my chest, my shoulders, and my arms. And I did that for a while back. I got tired of trying to lose my stomach. So I decided that whenever I go to the gym, I'm going to lift weights on my arms, my shoulders, I'm going to get and do push-ups and I'm going to, yeah. Because I saw it as, well, maybe it's like a girl. If a girl's overweight and has a tummy, if she gets a boob job and she's got her dairy products way out here with the cleavage showing, whether they're bolt-ons or whether they're real, guys were like, whoa, I'm not a boob guy. I'll be honest with you. But in reality, they attract men. And so they will wave the belly and they will wave this weight thing, but if they got big jugs, then they're fine. Well, me, I was taking the same idea towards men. If I got big arms, big shoulders, big chest, then maybe I would be more presentable by saying, yeah, that guy, instead of saying, that guy's fat, look at his belly, they'll say, man, that guy's got some arms, And I'm like, okay, that's good. Now, yeah, we all seek, I don't know what you say, not justification, but we all seek we judge ourselves by the opinions of others. Put it that way. All men want to be attractive to women. All women want to be attractive to women. Let's face it, that's just the way it is. All women want to be attractive to women, and all men want to be attractive to women. And I'm assuming gay guys are in conflict because you have 2 scales. You have 1 to 10 of straight and 1 to 10 of gay. And 1 to 10 of gay outlies the straight. So there's a lot more better looking gay guys than there are straight guys. I'm going to tell you. It's funny, but that's just the way it is. So what do? I walk out, and be honest with you, at my age, I really don't care what people think of me anymore. I don't care if somebody looks at me and says, "Ooh, you're old," or if they look at me. But here's the thing: is that in our world today, and this is kind of off the side, let's say I'm walking around and I'm in the gym and there's a girl there and she's giving her best, and I walk by and say, good job. Well, to me, that's polite. It's like opening a door for anybody, woman or man, or saying hi as you pass by him on the street. Hey, how you doing? That's polite. And we live in a world today that politeness is mistaken for pervertedness, right? So we walk by a girl and say, how you doing? What the fuck do you want? I got a boyfriend. He kills people for a living. I go, who the hell are you? Or you walk by a girl in the gym and say, hey, good job. What are you looking at? You know, it's just the way it is. And it's usually girls, because I can walk by any guy and say, hey, what's up, dude? And we'll nod and we're good. No one says anything, and as we go by, we're fine. If I walk by a guy in the gym and he's doing a pump and I'm like, I'm going to try and be like you, they'll go, hey, yeah, good to go. You know, and there'll be a short conversation. But when you put women in it, all of a sudden we're all perverts. We're all perverts. We're all idiots. We're all stupid. And then I heard one on social media, if you ever want to know if you're ugly, if you're bald, you're ugly. Guess I'm ugly. Not going to wake up in the morning and be depressed about that. I have much more to be depressed about than the lack of hair on my head. But nevertheless, my bottom line is this. I have worked hard my entire life in the gym and working out and doing what I can to stay strong and healthy. And my body is in pain. I've had surgery on multiple places in my body. My shoulders both hurt. My ankles both hurt. My lower back hurts. My thighs go numb. And that all started in the Marine Corps. And the VA says that it is not service connected. My shoulders was operated on in the Marine Corps while I was active duty in the Marine Corps. And they attributed it to the packs I wore and just wear and tear throughout. VA says not service connected. And so my point in that is everybody, you can say what you want about the VA, about how they improved. They're all crap. They all, because I can go down a rabbit hole about the VA and how frustrated I am. They have five good things that happen. They'll do 150,000 bad things. And they'll concentrate on the 5 things they do good. That's the VA in its sense. You got civilians running that agency that just do not care about veterans, period. Prove me wrong. You know? But here's the deal is that where's it in? I do my best, but it's not good enough. Who knows? Vitamin B12, vitamin D, David, the VA actually gives me this stuff. Vitamin B12 shot, water, all day water. Salad, vegetables, fruit and protein mixture, toast with a little bit of butter in the morning. And I'm still obese. I still have a spare tire. I still have a dad's bod. And only now I am a dirty old man. I don't know. Oh, there's no hope for the human race.